Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Simple English Talks. I'm so happy you're here with us today. Wherever you are in the world right now, we're so glad you joined us.
Hey, great to see you all again. It's a beautiful day here, and I'm feeling really good about this episode. We've got something super useful lined up.
Oh, I know. I was actually thinking about this topic this morning. I was trying to explain to a friend where I was, and I stopped and thought, wait, do I say I'm in the car or I'm on the car?
Ha, that's such a relatable moment. And honestly, that's exactly what today's episode is all about. Today, we're talking about three little words that confuse English learners more than almost anything else: in, on, and at.
That's right. These three words are called prepositions, and English uses them all the time, every single day. By the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly when to use each one, how to use them with time and place, and you're going to sound so much more natural in English.
Exactly. And here's something I want you to think about right now. Which one confuses you the most? In, on, or at? Go ahead and write your answer in the comments below. We love reading what you think, and it helps us make better episodes for you.
And while you're down there, please like this video and subscribe to Simple English Talks. We make new episodes every week, and you don't want to miss them. Hit that subscribe button right now if you haven't already.
All right, are we ready? Let's jump in and make these three little words make total sense. Let's go.
Okay, let's start with the first one. In. This is the preposition we use when something is inside something else. Think of it like this. If there are walls around something, if there's a boundary, if something is enclosed, that's where we use in. The basic formula is really simple. Subject plus verb plus in plus place or time. So for example, the keys are in my bag. The bag has a boundary. It's like a container. The keys are inside it, so we say in.
Right. And here are a few more examples so you can really hear the pattern. She lives in London. London is a city. It has borders. It's a defined area. I'm in the office right now. The office has walls. There's milk in the fridge. The fridge is a container.
I love those examples. Here's one from my own life. Every morning I sit in my kitchen and have coffee. I'm inside the kitchen. It has 4 walls, a floor, a ceiling. So I say in the kitchen, not on the kitchen or at the kitchen. And here's another one. I keep my phone in my pocket. My pocket is like a little container, right? So, in my pocket.
So can you think of where you are right now? Are you in a room, in a car, in a cafe? Try saying it out loud right now. I am in Traint E Ake. Go ahead, don't be shy.
We also use in for bigger places, countries, cities, neighborhoods. She grew up in Brazil. He works in downtown Chicago. They live in a small village. The key idea is always, there's a defined space or area around the thing.
And in also works with time, specifically longer periods of time. We say in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. We say in January, in the summer, in 2024. Anything that's a longer stretch of time uses in.
Oh, that's a great point. So you'd say, I was born in March, not on March or at March. You'd say, she studied English in 2019. We go on vacation in the summer. Big time chunks, use in.
Let me give you the quick summary for this section. Use in when something is inside a space with boundaries, rooms, bags, cities, countries, and use in with longer time periods, mornings, months, seasons, years. Now let's build on that and look at our next preposition.
All right, now let's talk about on. This one is interesting because on is all about surfaces. When something is on top of something else, when it's touching a surface, we use on. The formula: subject plus verb plus on plus surface or specific time. So, the book is on the table. The book is resting on the flat surface of the table. There's a stain on my shirt. It's on the surface of the fabric.
Here are more everyday examples. He's sitting on the couch. There are photos on the wall. Put the glasses on the counter. All of these involve a surface, something flat or something you can rest on. And here's one that trips people up. We say, I'm on the bus, or I'm on the train, or I'm on the plane. not in the bus. Why? Because with large public transport, buses, trains, planes, ships, we think of them almost like a platform or a surface you're riding on.
Right. But wait, we say I'm in the car or I'm in a taxi. So smaller vehicles where you're enclosed inside, we use in. Bigger transport where you can move around, on. That's a really useful distinction.
Exactly. Now let's compare formal and informal. In formal writing, you'd say, the report was submitted on Monday the 15th. In conversation, you might just say, I'll send it on Monday. Both use on, it's just the level of detail that changes.
Okay, quick practice activity. I'm going to say some sentences and you tell me if on is correct or not. Ready? The cat is on the roof. Is that right? Yes, the roof is a surface. My keys are on my pocket. No, we'd say in my pocket because a pocket is a container. Good thinking.
Here's the thing about on and time. We use on for specific days and dates. On Monday, on my birthday, on the 5th of June, on Christmas Day. If you can point to a specific day on a calendar, use on.
First, for days of the week, always use on. On Monday, on Saturday, on Sunday. Second, for specific dates, use on. On April 3rd, on the 10th. Third, for holidays with the word day, use on. On New Year's Day, on Valentine's Day. Write those 3 tips in your notes right now, or better yet, write a practice sentence in the comments below. Try on with a day or date that means something to you.
Great work, everyone. So to recap, us on is for surfaces like tables, walls, floors. On is for transport like buses, trains, and planes. And on is for specific days and dates. Now let's look at the last one, at.
Okay, the third one, at. This is the preposition of specific points. Think of at as a pin on a map. You're pointing to one specific location, one specific moment in time. Not a big area like a city. At is more precise. Not a surface. At is about an exact spot.
Here are some examples to make this really click. I'll meet you at the corner of 5th and Main. That's a very specific point. She's waiting at the bus stop. One specific spot. He's at the door. Right there, exact location.
In my own life, I always say I'm at the gym, not in the gym. Well, actually, here's a cool thing. Both can be right sometimes. I'm in the gym means you're physically inside the building. I'm at the gym means you're there, at that location, doing your gym thing. At focuses on the activity or the appointment at that spot.
Oh, that's such a good point. At often connects with what you're doing there. She's at work. That means she's at her workplace and she's working. He's at school. He's there for the purpose of school. We're at dinner. We're at the dinner, attending it.
So at is great for specific addresses too. I live at 42 Oak Street. That's one exact address, a point on a map. And with time, at is for exact times. The meeting starts at 3 o'clock. I wake up at 7 a.m. The show begins at exactly midnight. If you can see it on a clock face, that's at.
So the tip for time is this. In for long periods, in the morning in July in 2020, on for specific days, on Monday on March 3rd. At for exact clock times, at 6 p.m., at noon, at midnight. Say those out loud right now. In, on, at, big, medium, small.
Let's do a quick mini practice together. I'll ask you, and you answer out loud. When do you usually wake up? You might say, I wake up at 7 a.m. Good. What month is your birthday? Try, my birthday is in September. And what day do you usually rest? Maybe I rest on Sunday.
Did you try those? Fantastic. Say them again out loud, saying it helps your brain remember it. Now let me give you the structural review. In for enclosed spaces and long time periods. On for surfaces, transport, and specific days. At for exact points in space and exact times. 3 prepositions, 3 clear jobs. You're doing brilliantly.
All right, now for my personal favorite section, Common mistakes, and I'll be totally honest with you. I've heard people make these mistakes, and I've even made some of them myself when learning other languages. So there's zero judgment here. Let's look at the 4 most common errors learners make with in, on, and at.
Mistake number 1, saying in Monday instead of on Monday. This one is incredibly common. Here's why it happens. In some languages, the word for in is used for days of the week, but in English, specific days need on. Wrong. I have a class on Monday. Right. I have a class on Monday. Why? Monday is a specific day you can circle on a calendar, so it's on.
Mistake number 2, in the bus instead of on the bus. This makes sense when you think about it. You are physically inside the bus, right? But in English, for large shared transport, we use on. Think of it like a stage or a platform you're traveling on. Wrong. I was in the train for 2 hours. Right. I was on the train for 2 hours.
Mistake number 3, using in for exact times. People sometimes say, I'll call you in 3 o'clock. That sounds strange to native speakers. When you have an exact clock time, always use at. Wrong. The movie starts in 8 p.m. Right. The movie starts at 8 p.m. Think of a clock. You point to a specific spot on the clock face. That's at.
Mistake number 4, confusing in and at for buildings. This one is subtle, but really useful once you know it. In a restaurant equals you're inside it physically. At a restaurant equals you're there, at that place, for the experience. So, I'm in the restaurant. I'm looking for a table. You're physically searching inside. I'm at the restaurant. I'll be there at 7. You mean the location, the appointment? Both can be right. It's about the meaning you want to give.
Let's do a quick practice for each mistake. Say the corrected version out loud. I have a dentist appointment blank Friday. On Friday. She's traveling blank the plane right now. On the plane. Dinner is blank 7:30. At 7:30. Let's meet blank the cafe on the corner. At the cafe.
You're doing so well. And remember, making mistakes is completely normal. Every single person who speaks English fluently today made these same mistakes. The important thing is that you keep going, keep practicing, and keep trying. That's what makes the difference.
Absolutely. And honestly, native speakers sometimes mix these up in fast conversation too, especially with tricky cases like buildings. So be kind to yourself. You've already learned so much today. Let's keep that energy going into our practice section.
Okay, this is one of my favorite parts. Let's practice together. I'm going to give you some situations and 2 sentence options. Your job is to choose the correct sentence. Ready? Say your answer out loud. Don't just think it, say it. Situation 1. You want to tell your friend where you left their book, which is correct? A. Your book is in the table. B. Your book is on the table.
The answer is B. On the table. The table is a surface. The book is resting on top of it. In the table would mean the book is somehow inside the table, like inside a drawer.
Situation 2. You're telling someone when you were born, which is correct? A. I was born on 1995. B. I was born in 1995.
B. I was born in 1995. A year is a long time period, so we use in. If you were saying your exact birthday, like April 5th, then you'd use on. I was born on April 5th.
Situation 3. You're telling a friend where you are right now, which sounds more natural. A. I'm in the bus stop. B. I'm at the bus stop.
B again, I'm at the bus stop. A bus stop is a specific point, not an enclosed space. At is for that precise location. Now you could say on the bus once you've boarded, but while you're waiting at the stop, it's at.
Situation 4. Which is correct for a specific appointment? A. Let's meet on 6 o'clock. B. Let's meet at 6 o'clock.
Definitely B. At 6 o'clock. Exact times always use at. On 6 o'clock sounds very unnatural to native English speakers.
Now here's your challenge. I want you to write your own sentence in the comments below. Use in, on, or at to describe something happening in your life this week. It could be, I have a test on Thursday, or I work at a cafe in the city center. Anything. Write it, and we'll be reading those comments.
And don't worry about being perfect. Being brave enough to try is what matters most. Real conversation is about getting your meaning across clearly. You're doing amazing. Let's bring it all together now.
Wow, what a great episode! Let's take a moment to appreciate everything you just learned. Today you covered 3 of the most important prepositions in English: in, on, and at. And you saw how they work with both place and time. That's huge.
Let me quickly list the 3 main uses we covered. Number 1, in is for spaces with boundaries, like rooms and cities, and for long time periods like mornings, months, and years. Number 2, on is for surfaces, for large transport like buses and trains, and for specific days and dates. Number 3, at is for exact points in location and for precise clock times.
And you also learned 4 common mistakes to avoid. Things like in Monday instead of on Monday, or in the bus instead of on the bus. Knowing what not to say is just as powerful as knowing what to say.
Here's a question I'd love you to think about and share with us. After everything you learned today, which of the 3 was the most surprising for you? Was it something about how on works with transport, or how at and in can both be used for buildings? Let us know in the comments. Your answers really do help us.
And if you found this episode useful, and I really hope you did, please like this video, share it with a friend who's learning English, write a comment, and most importantly, subscribe to Simple English Talks if you haven't already. We make new episodes every week, and they're all designed to help you sound more natural and feel more confident in English.
You should feel really proud of yourself for making it through this episode. Learning a language takes time, patience, and practice, and the fact that you're here doing the work is something to celebrate. Keep practicing, keep listening, keep speaking. Every sentence you say, even the imperfect ones, is moving you forward. We'll see you next time on Simple English Talks. Keep going, you've got this. See you next time.